Welcome back to the Module 3 of the Microsoft Outlook application course. In this video, we will continue with setting up meetings, and we will try to show you the steps for setting up recurring meeting. Now, in the last video, we started with setting up meetings where we did the single meeting setup, and there were a few issues with the Microsoft Outlook application itself in terms of connections and everything. And what we will try to do is redo that with this time with reoccurring, and if the problem still exists, at least you will know the steps to do that. We also did recurring appointments in one of our videos for appointment, and you can also use that knowledge for that. So let's pull up our Microsoft Outlook page where we stopped. So we created the first meeting request with 2 people, FOD Eze and FOD Eze 2, of which FOD Eze accepted and FOD Eze 2 declined with a message to that meeting. And what you can do here is we can decide that instead of a one-time meeting, we can make it recurring, because if I go to another week, I don't see the meetings on this calendar. So if I want to make the meeting go for 3 weeks, then I can go back to the meeting and try to make it recurring. We also tried in the last video to set up another meeting, but because of the issue we had with the Outlook server, which has nothing to do with my internet but something to do with the server itself, and you just have to let that resolve itself. So let's open this, and we double click it to open. So we still keep the names. This time let's take out John, because John is not a regular email, so that we don't get a delivery failure. And this time we say let's make it recurring. You're familiar with this from the appointment making. So here we say we want to have it on Wednesdays and on Fridays and weekly, and I want to have only 3 occurrences of it, so which 3 weeks. When we did appointment, we showed you how to choose a date that you want it to end, or you can simply also say I don't want it to end, and it will just be there every week on Wednesdays and Fridays. So nothing has changed. We just say okay, and we're ready to send. Now again, you can attach or put an attachment like we showed you also for appointments or in the last video as well. But this time let's just do a simple send and see what happens. If that is not successful, at least you know the steps, but here we go. And so it creates another copy of the message for Friday, as you can see here, for this week. For the week of 16th to 22. But normally it should appear on the calendars of these 2 people. However, because of the Outlook server concern, we may not see that. And to know whether that is really the concern, we go to our mail, and then there you go, I think. There you see that it sends the system on delivery. So again, we're still having the same issue, but it does not prevent you from taking the same steps. So at least you're familiar with how to send, set up meetings. First, make sure you have the calendars of the people open. Go to the dates you want. Make sure you can select the free spots where they are free, and then you can set up your meeting after selecting it on your calendar, as we just showed both in the last video and this one. So based on this, we have come to the end of setting up meetings, and you can do more practice on your own. Thank you, and I will talk to you in the next video.